Hi, everybody. Welcome for this live, dear friends, those on YouTube or social media channels of Buddhasio Quantum Foundation. I'm Chandra Pulamarasetti. I've been practicing meditation for over 20 years, and when I learned that meditation is giving me everything great health, tremendous amount of energy, the topic for today, changes the perspective of relationships, change the perspective on how things are happening in our life, how to manifest, how to create, and our perspective and the worldview of how and where we exist and how do we fit in. It gives a deeper understanding about if those of us in the businesses are at work, the idea of competition changes the whole perspective, inclusion, diversity, many things. When I learned this in the year 2000, I learned in 99, but it took me a few years to really get into it. But my life completely transformed inside out. I healed myself of some condition, which was otherwise preventing me to travel at will, which was holding my career back a little bit. I had gained more than 4 hours a day of time as a very, very busy executive or a leader, or aspiring leader. We always are running short of time in this information world. So gaining that extra time was a big thing for me. It helped me to achieve a lot more. My productivity increased tremendously. The way I looked at friendship, the way I looked at relationships changed completely. And then I applied the principles of manifestation extensively in growing up a business. I used to run a software company, and then subsequently also during the acquisition process to gain the right outcome, to see that all stakeholders are happy and extremely happy. So, dear friends, meditation, contrary to what we all may be knowing, I would have heard that it is only for those who retire. What I found, and I learned this at the age of 30, then about 20 years ago, and I'm happy to say that it's been a beautiful life ever since I learned. Contrary to what we learned, that meditation is only for old people or sick people. Meditation can be latched on by everybody from a very early young age. Health and energy are the foundation. We know that. If there's no physical health, or we don't have good physical health, then there isn't much that we even think of doing it. We won't even be able to dare to dream because we're constantly nagged by these health challenges. And various lifestyle things are the way we are conditioned that we always are carrying a lot of stress that we always are carrying. Main reason for the stress is what we carry in our mind, and then the stress, when it's essentially driven through the various aspects of our minds, programmed past thoughts, programmed negative thoughts, or worrisome thoughts, or anxious thoughts, is fundamentally causing our health to go downward, down south. When stress is carried, when we have a lot of negative thought, and all of that makes our health deteriorate day by day, because there is an equation. Our body is working based on the way we think. In quantum world, our thoughts and feelings create our outer reality. We are living in a big quantum field. According to quantum physics, we are truly purely energy, and then matter comes from the energy. So our thoughts and feelings, where our observation is there, is where we manifest things. So our thoughts and feelings are constantly creating our reality. That's the quantum world. And so when we are carrying a lot of negative thoughts, a lot of worrisome thoughts, anxious thoughts, fearful thoughts, it is causing our health to go down because we're significantly interfering the functioning of the body. And so many of our systems do not work. Our digestive system, when we are stressful, when you have all these stressors, about anxieties of the future, worries of the past, and we are stressful, automatically so many, our body is not working, functioning properly. One of the core reasons for why medical system says that more than 90% of our diseases, illnesses are due to the stress. Meditation is fundamentally helping us to remove that stress like this so easily. Health is fundamental, and many people with meditation are healing themselves no matter whatever the condition. It could be diabetes, it could be migraine headache, it could be blood pressure, high blood pressure, it could be, you know, insomnia, lack of digestion issues, heartburns, everything, headache to cancer. There are so many people are healing themselves miraculously, where the medical system say that it cannot be healed, but they actually have a proof that they're actually healing themselves. Now, meditation is helping. But while health is one foundational element, energy is equally important. We got to have health, then you got to have health, energy in the body. How often are we getting tired by the time it becomes 4 o'clock? If you have meetings in the day, 4 o'clock onwards, are you still actively participating, or are you plugged out? Are we dragging ourselves to the meetings? Or we got to deliver those things at the end of the day, the deliverables. I know how tough it is to drag ourselves because there's no energy in the body. We do something, we work hard, we go home, and then we don't have any time to participate with anything in the family. So is the family happy? Because you go home and you get so tired and say, hey, don't disturb me. I got to go sleep, or I got to just have relax, and I'm going to just put on my TV. So end of the day, we go home, but then we don't have any time to give to any member because we feel so tired. In the global scenario, people have to take meetings early in the day, late in the night, middle of the day, every time. In the global scenario, so do you have adequate energy for to carry yourself from morning to night, or being able to give adequate time to the people, not only to the work? Energy is foundation, dear friends. We must have that energy. I was like that too, being an IT executive. I was like that too. It was challenging. When you travel, you're going to be taking an early flight and then returning back very late in the night. And you're going to do this again and again and again. So you feel the pinch. New businesses, startups, we got to work longer. Why startups, even the large companies, especially a growing career, you're going to be working pretty long. But what we found, and what I found when I started practicing meditation, and when I intensified my meditations, I recognized that I'm able to carry that same level of energy, whether it is a meeting at the 9 in the morning or at the 9 in the night. Same level of energy. As an executive in a large multinational company, former executive, this global, when you have global role, you got to deal with teams across the world. So you are doing sometimes meetings in the night at 11, 12. I'm not advocating late meetings, but then if you are doing it because the teams are distributed, which is the reality, but the body definitely supports it. This body is a very intelligent machine, and meditation makes it possible. The energy in the body can be tremendously boosted, because so many people are now with meditation say that, hey, end of the day, after doing a long hours of work, I go home I'm still very active and energetic. They're able to find that extra time. They're able to continue to do things that they're passionate about. Meditation, which is essentially emptying our mind, that simple technique that I practice, and then at Buddha Siva Quantum Foundation, we teach called Anapanasati, a breath mindfulness meditation, which is about observing our natural breath to empty the mind, which is otherwise is full of thoughts, thousands of thoughts. In a given day, 50 to 60,000 thoughts we have, of which more than 90% are redundant, negative, worrisome, fearful, anxious, of no use at all. So, meditation is a practice to reduce the thoughts in our mind, remove all the unwanted thought. If 90% is unwanted and every thought is energy, they measured every thought, every feeling is energy. It produces electromagnetic waves. So, we dissipate a lot of energy with every thought. We think we can contain ourselves by not doing some unnecessary work, but we don't ever control the unnecessary thought in the mind, but the mind is dissipating so much energy with every unwanted thought. So much energy. And how much is unwanted thought? More than 90%. What is that significant in terms of number? It's more than 40 to 50,000 thoughts a day. Unwanted stuff. How the traffic is, why the government is not working, why my boss is not taking care of me, why the company thinks that way, how can my colleague not really cooperate with me, why is this family member nagging me all the time, why my friends are bullying me, so many things. How we feel miserable about how the failure happened last time for my business. Why didn't my travel plan work well? There's so many thoughts constantly. Is everything is about a worry of the past or an anxiety of the future. And all these thoughts are negative, unwanted. But then in the quantum model, our thoughts create a reality, our thoughts and feelings create a reality. So the more we carry them, the more we are creating such things into our life. That's a different subject. But the point, dear friends, is when health in the body is low, then we are not able to carry ourselves for the whole day. But the meditation is helping to increase that energy in the body tremendously. It boosts the energy in the body tremendously because of three reasons. There are three scientific reasons of why meditation is boosting the energy. What is the meditation we're talking about? Breath mindfulness meditation, or observing your normal natural breath. When we observe our normal natural breath, it is automatically reducing the number of thought in our mind. It reduces the thoughts in our mind. So when the thoughts are going down, and if 90% are unwanted thought, and then all of them have been taken out, so we, number one, we conserve a lot of energy, significant amount of energy. Number two, meditation, when we observe our breath, and then when we regularly practice meditation of observing our natural breath, what it is doing is it is slowing down the brain waves. It's slowing down the brain waves. It puts us into a relaxed state. From a heightened alert state, it puts us in a relaxed state. When from an anxious, stressful state, it moves his body into relaxed, calm states. When a body moves in relaxed, calm states, as a result, since the stresses, all the stressful states have been removed, our body health improves significantly. All the lifestyle disorders typically go away when we meditate. So the body health improves significantly. And then one of the things is the digestive system. All those heartburns, all those indigestion, constipations, everything is all comes up because of the stressful that carry. And as a result, whatever food you take, when we are carrying stress, then we have all kinds of problems. So the digestion doesn't happen. So the right amount of energy is not even properly getting released into the body. But when we meditate regularly, when the stresses have been removed, automatically body health improves. So one of the first things that's going to happen is the sleep that improves and then digestion becomes better. And so naturally we have a better, simpler, faster, quicker digestion, and as a result we get the right level of energy that's coming in, some amount of physical energy. The third thing meditation is helping is for those who are worried that I'm eating too much food. Meditation helps us to make us very aware of our body needs. We become sensitive, we become aware about every thought, every feeling, every requirement of the body. The body is constantly sending signals to us. It's telling us our intuition, it's telling us through a thought message to us all the time. Like we are feeling when we are eating, when we are overeating, a meditator regularly gets an immediate alert and say, stop. A meditator is becomes sensitive to the body sensations, the thoughts, the feelings. So meditator is becoming sensitive, and then so they are able to receive the message while they're eating. They know, okay, I must stop. Just like a child is able to tell when they feel hungry, they ask for it, and then they're done. They move the bottle away. It's the same thing. We become very sensitive back to the body needs. We are fully alert about our body, and as a result, we start taking very optimal food. I used to take, like anybody, believed that okay, I must eat a lot and lot and lot. But after coming to meditation, I became very, very sensitive. Our food intake becomes optimal. I started eating, now I eat at least 50% less than what I used to do before. At least 50% less. The food intake becomes optimal. That means those who eat less, if they require to eat more, so automatically the body is, because now the systems are working well, so if you require to eat more, you'll eat more. But though you eat, normally we eat more because we're stressful, we got to release that extra energy, so we just go into some kind of craving, we develop some kind of craving because we got very stressful, got to release that extra energy. So we just put it all into the eating. So many people are eating unscientifically, are eating forcefully because they've been programmed by some people around them and say we got to eat like so much, so much, so much, even though the body doesn't take it. But the meditation helps us to become very aware, alert about the body needs, and then we only eat while we feel hungry, like we sleep when we feel sleepy. We don't force ourselves to eat something because it's 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, or 1 o'clock that we must eat. So, meditation is helping us eat optimally. We all become very sensitive. With a regular practice of meditation, just in about 3 weeks to 4 weeks, and sometimes even lesser, people are able to find the right balance of food that the body needs. It's some way that intelligence kicks in and is asking the right quantity of right things. No lesser, no more. It's asking the right quantity of whether it is milk, whether it is rice, whether it is this and that. All of that is taken the right quantity because the body is so intelligent. Our body produces, generates 25 million cells per second. There is trillions of cell operations are going on per second, every second. This is a very intelligent system. And so it is able to regulate, control, and then we know that. The heart beating, the lungs, and then blood circulation, all that is happening without you and I being any involved at all, neither we even know about it. And then coherently, so many things are happening. So there is so much intelligence. And so we got to understand that, and now you have to agree with me that it has an intelligence to regulate and say how much to eat, not to eat. If you only have a sensitive and alert eat. Meditators are constantly are very, very alert, very aware of body's needs. And so we eat very optimally. We eat the right food. We don't get addicted. All the addictions go away. We get de-addicted. Cravings for foods goes down, whether it is chocolate, whether it is cheese, whether it is something, whatever that cravings for food automatically goes down because one of the reasons why We get less energy, we overeat, and then as a result, body does not digest, and then so we don't have the right optimal energy. So we need to eat optimal food so that body can generate that energy right appropriately. So one of the core things that meditation is doing, dear friends, is to increase the body energy significantly because the thoughts go down. Two, we eat optimally. Three, the digestive system improves because as the body health is improving in general, with the stressors are removed, and then so one of the things is the digestive system definitely improves, so it can generate the right amount of energy for the food that we intake appropriately. Now this is all on the one side, on the material side, matter side. But according to quantum physics, we're all merely energy, less matter, more energy. Deep inside, at subatomic particle level, when you go deep inside, from we have body to organs, organs to cells, cells to molecules, molecules to atoms, right? So when you go deep inside into the subatomic particle level, quantum physics finds that we're all emptiness inside and energy there. That emptiness is full of energy. When we regularly meditate, we are emptying our mind. The meditation they're talking about is to empty the mind. Simple breath mindfulness meditation, originally brought to the introduced by Gautama Buddha, Gautama Siddhartha the Buddha, and subsequently now introduced to many people, popularized significantly the simple meditation by Brahmarshi Patriji, my Grand Master teacher, is now being practiced worldwide by many, many people. Those who practice meditation 1 and 2 are using this technique of observing your natural breath. And so, this simple technique, when we observe, when we go empty, thoughtless, and we go thoughtless, we automatically are experiencing that deeper emptiness inside that subatomic layer, whatever that quantum physics found, that everything here around is emptiness energy field. So when we meditate regularly, where we're emptying our mind, so we withdraw our thoughts, so that means we withdraw our attention of all the matter, so we start experiencing energy, we become energy, we receive a tremendous amounts of energy into the body. So when we empty our mind, we seem to be receiving a tremendous amount of energy into the body. So on one side, meditation is helping conserve that energy by reducing thought. On another side, it seems to be helping us receive tremendous amount of energy from this whole cosmic field of energy, that quantum field, energy field. It has to be experienced because this is invisible. But as we experience, like me, there are millions of people are practicing meditation, dear friends. They're learning from very early on, and then when we learn from very early on, our health is gained, and then we are fundamentally gaining tremendous amounts of energy into the body. And so when we are energetic, then we are passionate to do things. We are able to now fulfill our passion. If you're not energetic, we want to learn music, we don't have energy to after coming back from hard work, there's no energy. Or coming back from a long day at school or college, there's no energy. So we don't have time to fulfill any of our passions, time to spend time with our relatives, time to spend time with ourselves. You want to cast that show, music show, you don't have time. I mean, you don't have energy. But meditation is helping improve the body energy so significantly. It's a science of energy conservation, then science of energy retrieval. So it's a science of energy maximization. We always maximize that energy in the body by optimal eating, optimal drinking, optimal talking, optimal thinking, reduce number of thoughts, better digestion, and then most importantly, receiving a ton of a significant amount of energy from this quantum field when we completely go empty and then we go thoughtless and we forget the matter, our body. So, what is this meditation technique? And then perhaps we can practice this meditation for a few minutes to see how it does to you, how you feel. at the end of a simple meditation technique, right? So maybe we can practice this a little bit and then continue the discussion into the form of, if anybody has questions, right? I'm becoming more sensitive after doing meditation, maybe not regular. Can you give some clarity? Meditation in the beginning of the practice, so those of you who has asked the question, meditation, it appears so in the beginning, we are going through a lot of changes. Our health is improving, there is some healing happening, our emotions are coming under constant review of where your thoughts have been, our feelings have been, because otherwise they've been wandering and without having any control. So many things will happen. Many things will happen, and everything gets settled as we start practicing and as we continue to believe in it and go through it. Everything will get settled. So same thing, feeling that I'm becoming sensitive, or being extra sensitive to the sensation of the body, whatever that question that you may have. But everything is we bring into and we get into an excellent awareness, and so we may already be in that state of sensitivity, but we never notice it. But now we notice it and we feel that it is too much. But it's not. But we just have to continue with meditation, because in a few days everything settles in. Everything settles in, where some people carry lots of energy in the head throughout initial days. And then as we go a few days later, then you feel that no, it's all now integrates so well. We try to understand, and then we cannot understand some of it, and so we feel maybe we're not in the wrong path or not in the right path. But all we have to do is to just practice meditation, because all we're doing is to observing the simple breath. Let's first do this breath mindfulness meditation for a few minutes. We'll do 15 minutes of quick meditation, just 15 minutes of meditation, dear friends, and then understand again how you felt. Now, the technique for this meditation is simple. You can take it as a power nap. When we do power nap, a lot of people, when they meditate, a 1 minute of meditation can be as good as 3 to 6 minutes of sleep, 3 times to 6 times more. In sleep, if you get energy, in meditation, you get then what? 3 to 6 times more energy. It can be a lot more too, right? So if there is a power nap concept, a power meditation concept will be a lot more powerful, a lot more energetic. We all experience it. When you, at the end of the day, if you take a 10 minutes of meditation suddenly, and then you see that it becomes so energetic, calm, peaceful, and all that automatically happens. Energy is one part of the meditation, dear friends. Healing ourselves significantly, being always maintaining high amount of energy, and then being able to develop great relationship with people around us, becoming happy for no reason, increasing our thought power so that we can create what we want, that the thoughts and feelings create reality, is a quantum model of creation, and then increasing our thought power so that we can actually create what we want. These are all various levels of benefits of meditation that are there. Increase in PQ, IQ, EQ, SQ. But we focused on energy for today's session, and it's important. So let's go into the meditation. And this technique is very simple. With our eyes closed, if you wear specs, remove the specs. We are doing three things. Our goal is to empty the mind. To empty the mind, first we have to sort of stable the body, still the body. The body is moving, then it distracts us, and then it keeps on constantly gives stimulation for us to, it'll stimulate and then trigger a thought. So we got to keep the body locked, stable. So where you're sitting in the chair, you cross your legs at your feet, right? Feet off your leg over leg at the feet. Cross your legs at the feet, right? Your ankle or ankle, right? Left or right or left doesn't matter. Then Cross your fingers into fingers and then keep your hands comfortably in your lap. Take the hands all the way down till you rest them in your lap, right? Fingers into fingers, resting in the lap. And then close your eyes, remove the specs. So this is the three things we do: closing eyes, grasping fingers into fingers, keeping them in your lap, and then crossing your feet at ankle. So when you do this in a sit comfortable posture, spine need not be erect, like I'm sitting resting against the sofa. You can rest take the chair back seat. If you're sitting on the floor, take rest at the wall if you want. You do not have to be straight, spine erection, not necessary. Padmasana, not necessary. Right? What is comfortable is important. If you're comfortable with the body, then you can go in for meditation practice for long enough. Okay. So first is that body movement, a body is stilling the body, and then with our eyes closed, then what we do is to observe our normal natural breath. How do you observe? Take any point in your nose, preferably here, and observe with our eyes closed that breath is going in and coming out, right? We all are breathing. So breath goes in, comes out. Breath goes in, comes out. So with your eyes closed, observe breath is going in and coming out at that point. So if you're taking this as a reference point, so breath goes in, it has to cross through that point and then comes out, it has to come out through that point. So notice that breath is going in and coming out. Slowly something beautiful happens. Our thoughts start coming down. Our various thoughts, there are there thousands of thoughts, they start coming down. As thoughts start coming down, our breath also becomes lighter and shorter. And we continue to observe the breath and continue to have the thoughts come down automatically. We don't have to do anything to reduce the thought. We have to observe the breath, thoughts will come down automatically. So as I observe the breath, thoughts are coming down, breath is becoming lighter, shorter. So it becomes lighter, lighter, lighter. Somewhere it become a point or non-existent. Or we forget that we are observing the breath. All of those are possibilities. That's the time we have gone into the other side. We experience total emptiness in our mind. When you experience total emptiness of mind, we start experiencing emptiness all around. We start receiving a lot of energy. We feel energy in the body. So when you're feeling that energy in the body in some way or the other, you just be a witness to whatever that you may see or experience in the body during the meditation, dear friends. And then we continue to be there, right? Continue to observe your breath, continue to, as the breath becomes lighter, suddenly you might forget about that, and then you're in an empty state of mind. In an empty state of mind, you experience energy that exists everywhere. That energy may show up in various forms, in the form of body movements or mind visions or colors, or many things might happen. Be a witness and you're doing this process. While you're observing your breath, in case you go into the thought where you're thinking about your next what you're going to do for dinner and this and that, when you recognize your thinking, bring your attention back to the breath again. Right? When you recognize your thinking, bring your attention back to the breath again. Right, friends? Sit comfortably, relax yourself. I'm going to play short music. I play light instrumental music. And then while the music plays, your goal is to observe the breath. In case you think you get thoughts, bring your attention back to the breath. We want to do a quick, short meditation. Relax yourself. Sit comfortably. With your eyes closed, specs fingers into fingers. Rest your hands comfortably in your lap. Dear masters, 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 dear with your eyes closed, fingers in specs removed, observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. We are going into breath mindfulness meditation. In this meditation, we observe one normal, natural in breath and out breath for the whole duration. Our goal is to empty the mind. When we observe becomes empty, no forceful exhalation, no sounds in the mouth, no forms in the mind. Just be with your breath. We are going into powerful breath mindfulness meditation. Our goal is to empty the mind. When we observe our breath, our mind becomes empty. When the mind is empty, we channelize all that energy into the gentleness present moment. We become mindful of everything we do in that present moment. Be with your breath. Observe as brands. As you observe the breath, our mind slowly becomes empty. As our mind is becoming empty of all thoughts, we allow our body to function at its natural best. We become more self aware. We become more mindful of our talking, of our eating, of our sleeping, and we conserve tremendous amount of energy. Be with your breath. Become one with the in-breath and the out-breath. Be with your breath. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath and allow yourself to slowly and slowly become empty of all thoughts in your mind. Meditation is very, very simple. when we observe our normal, natural in breath and the out breath, we slowly empty all thoughts in our mind and we experience that greater energy field all around. As you merge into your breath, allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. And as your mind is empty, can you find that emptiness inside of you, all around you? Become aware of that emptiness inside of you, all around you. Where there is no body, where there's nothing, no place and no time. That's energy. All emptiness is energy. This is the quantum energy field with unlimited possibilities and opportunities. The longer we stay in that emptiness, the more we experience that energy. Last 2 minutes, allow yourself to merge into that emptiness and experience that energy, dear friends. With your breath, observe your normal, natural breath and out breath, dear friends. Tell yourself to go deeper and deeper into yourself. Okay, please. Slowly keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then you can open your eyes. That is the breath mindfulness meditation technique to observe our natural breath. And if you felt energy, calmness, peacefulness, or any kind of emotion, please write in your chat. Let us know. Some might have experienced heaviness in the body or any part of the body, or lightness in the body. You can mention whatever you experienced. Meditation, when we experience that emptiness energy, that energy is manifests into various forms. It could be body movements or body sensations, extreme coldness, warmth. It could be mind visions. It could be sensations here, some kind of current passing in the hands, disappearance of a specific body part. Many kinds of such experiences will happen because the energy that we are receiving in an emptiness state shows up in many forms, and they all are absolutely valid. And it only means that we have done a very good meditation because we are experiencing some energy and a feeling and a thought. That energy shows up in many forms. And if you didn't experience anything at all, it is still fine because in meditation we transcend time and space. So we may not even know when we went totally empty. We think that we're only thinking of thoughts, but then sometimes they would have gone into emptiness state. So every meditation always is a good meditation, whether you felt it or not felt it. This simple technique, when we practice regularly, automatically the body health improves, so energy improves in the body. Automatically, a number of thoughts would have been stayed low during a wakeful time also, and so you will naturally are conserving energy. We automatically become self-aware, so we are constantly are paying close attention to when we eat what we are eating, and so we eat optimally, and so we also go easy on the body. So body conserves and gains a lot of energy. And then when we go into meditation, we go thoughtless. We are then naturally receiving the amount of energy. So that's how meditation maximizes the energy in the body. So we don't have to do anything beyond our meditation practice to maintain that energy level during the rest of the time. It all comes naturally with a release. If you do just one day, that time you feel good immediately. But if you do it for enough days, then our body is conditioned, so automatically you maintain a whole balanced energy throughout the day. So it happens automatically. We don't have to do anything more other than doing meditation for a few minutes. 30 age, 30 minutes. 15 years is 15 minutes. 40 years is 40 minutes. Extremely cold. Yes, one can feel that energy forms extreme cold in the bodies or a lot of sweating in the body. Right? Both are possible. They're part of the meditation experience. Did anybody else feel anything? If you have any question or two, we can take. Otherwise, dear friends, this simple practice that you already learned it today, it does not require any special guidance. All you have to do is to practice at home at will. 20 minutes, 30 minutes at Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation YouTube channel. Buddha CEO is the keyword you type in. There are several guided meditations like what we just practiced at different durations. You can pick any of them and practice this simple technique. The guidance will help you to go into the deeper states, and you can practice it and see for yourself. And alternately, of course, we are doing and we are always organizing several free online programs. When we practice meditation for long enough, few days continuously, with 3 days in 3 weeks you practice regularly, you're forming an initial habit. It's fascinating neuroscience of how meditation as a skill can be developed into the brain when you repeat it. And when you practice for 6 weeks, then it becomes a solid habit. So taking that as an important element, so we are organizing a 6 week mindfulness meditation program, a free online program starting this 29th of this month. And to date, thousands of people are practicing this meditation. Every time we do this program, hundreds and hundreds of people join, including many business leaders, accomplished leadership, organizational leaders, and many of them join because they see a clear benefit. So join us. You can register for this program through the social media or to our website, and then you can join that and then continue this practice or explore this more. There's a lot of real science behind perfectly explaining everything that the meditation is doing to an individual through modern science of quantum physics, neuroscience, epigenetics, and more. So we understand some of that knowledge through this 6 week program while we everyday practice along with a big group. The larger the group, the more energy that we carry, and so group meditation become very powerful. Any other questions? We have Lakshmi Malikia. All right, friends. Thank you very much for your time to be joining us. It's always a pleasure to talk about meditation. For everybody who practice meditation, there is only consistently we have one thing. After 6 weeks of a meditation program, which is 40 days later, we only see one thing. That is, they start using the word before meditation, my life is this way. After meditation, my life is this way. Meditation brings a all-round 360-degree development. People, senior citizens who have memory challenges, are developing memory power. People who want to look young, they develop becoming younger. Anti-aging tool meditation. Those long-term illnesses, ailments, they're all are getting healed. Surprisingly, so people are going off the medication in many ways. Our work productivity seems to get done pretty quickly. Our interaction with people seem to change quite a bit. So we seem to be making more friends. So we celebrate life more. And our manifestation, what we think seems to happen much faster in our life. So you want those big hike, you want those promotion, you want a good relationship, you want to go and then help somebody. All of those seem to happen pretty quickly, and so on. So the benefits have been, and then we seem to experience some kind of happiness of no reason. Those bliss states that seem to happen automatically. So different. So that's why people use the word before meditation, after meditation. I challenge you to explore some of the meditation programs that Buddha Foundation is doing. We're doing programs for youth, we're doing programs for the leaders, senior citizens, everybody. So there is this morning program that we're doing starting now 29th, for March 29th, for communities, leadership, and everybody. And then we're doing an exclusive youth program in the evening starting this Monday. So you could pick and then join any of them, register, enroll, explore, and then see for yourself. Thank you all and have a wonderful day.